Hi everyone, it's Nicole McGork here for Pretty Pink Posh, and we are celebrating the March 2015 die release. I'm using this stitched banner duo die as well as the picket fence die. To start my card, I am using the stitched banner duo to die cut some Amy Tangerine pattern paper. I ended up leaving my banner and the little square window together just for this cut before I cut it apart. That is going to be the front of my frame. I am going to set aside that middle piece here. I could use it on something else or just throw it away, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and die cut the picket fence then from some white cardstock. This is an awesome die. It will make a great little border. It doesn't die cut along the bottom edge, so if you are wanting to just use it along the bottom edge of a design or something, it's really easy to do that and it won't cut, or you can trim off that bottom edge really easily. Now before I die cut the rest of the pieces, I went ahead and stamped the cat from the Mama Elephant Three Amigos stamp set. I'm going to color him in with Copic markers. I'm using about 3 shades of Copic markers for his fur, E30, E31, and E55. I started out feathering in the fur a little bit and decided I didn't really like that look, so I went ahead and blended it out once I got the base color laid down. And I'm simply going over and over the image until I get it smoothed out and get the color and shading the way I want it to look. I went ahead and blended out any of those feathering strokes. I did use a little R20 for the cheeks, and going to blend out a little bit more, deepen and darken it with that E55. Once I have that done, I did go ahead and take the E55 and add some dot detail, but it kind of blended into where I've already darkened it. So I took some E23 and added some even darker little spots to the cat, and then I am going to color in the sign that he's holding with Copic markers in shades that kind of match the Amy Tangerine paper that I'm using. I did even go back in with a little E57 then and add just a few more dots. As the alcohol ink in the Copic markers is absorbed into the paper and dries, it kind of gives you a better idea of what you need to add or blend out more, things like that. So I'm using about 3 shades here for the sign he's holding, mostly 2 for that front, and then I used a little bit darker just along the edge and then for that back paper. I'll go ahead and die cut the cat with the coordinating Mama Elephant Three Amigos Creative Cuts die, and I've die cut the square from the Pretty Pink Posh stitched banner duo from some blue Amy Tangerine paper, and then I have die cut the rectangle there for my card base from an Amy Tangerine paper and from some vellum using a Simon Says Stamp stitched rectangle die. And I'm stamping a greeting now from the Avery L Handwritten Sentiments, I believe it's called, stamp set that's Happy Belated Birthday. And I'm stamping this right on that banner using Versamark ink, and I'll sprinkle on some gold embossing powder and then heat set that. Once I have that done, I can start putting all of the elements together on my card base. I have also die cut a solid flag from a piece of vellum to back my banner flag. I attached the vellum, the stitched rectangle vellum, right to the background piece that I've also die cut with that stitched rectangle die. Then I have a flag banner in white cardstock, and I'm using the frame there to line up where to put my blue square. I'm going to attach that right to the white banner, and then I will attach the vellum over top that, and then attach my frame where I've stamped my greeting on top of all of that. I'm leaving the bottom purposely open for this because I kind of like that it flips up a little bit. I'm using the Zig glue pen to add some adhesive or glue there to the picket fence. I'm going to trim off part of this. I don't need to use it all. And before I press that down and place too much, I am going to tuck the little Three Amigo there back behind the fence. I'll snip off all the excess on that picket fence. And then I will attach my stitched flag to my card using some foam adhesive. Now I needed a hole there in the top of my flag to make it kind of more of a tag, and I used the tiny circle little hole there from the brand new Stitched Labels Pretty Pink Posh Dies. And then I'm going to thread through some Pretty Pink Posh twine, loop that around, attach that with some foam adhesive. I am going to take a black glaze pen and go over the eyes on the cat and the nose to really make them pop. And then I can attach everything to my card base. And I love those soft peaches. I think they're so pretty. I'll use a glue runner to attach then my rectangles to the card base. And finally, I'm going to finish my card with a scattering of pearl gemstones, kind of scattered from that top left corner to kind of center or bottom right. And I'm using them in shades of gold and white to coordinate with the gold embossing on my card and of course the white accents. I'll add just a few more of these and then this card will be finished. I hope you've enjoyed this video showcasing the brand new Pretty Pink Posh March 2015 release dies. The supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.